Hey everyone, there was another small update to Midjourney. Let's take a look. V4 now supports style and stylize. Stylize argument lets you change the strength of our default styling. You can take it from 0 to 1000, default being 100. At Stylize 0, you may have worse images, but you may gain more fine-grained control. And then the regular style argument lets you pick different style biases. But the current options are style 4A and 4B. 4A is closer to the previous V4, and 4B is the current default. It says these features may be very subtle unless you fix the random seed, so we're gonna do that. I chose C12121, and here is the Monaco Grand Prix in style 4A. Now, I think it's pretty noticeable. This is much more blurry than the default style, and I can show you that right here. Same prompt, style 4B. This is much crisper, much more sharp. Do a quick back and forth here. I'm not sure why you would ever choose style 4A. I don't know what you get out of it that you don't get a better version of with style B. Now let's take a look at the stylize parameter, and I think the results are fairly interesting. Maybe it's because they restricted the value from 0 to 1000 rather than what it used to be in version 3, which was like 1250 to 60,000, where you could get a very wide range of pictures. So here's a futuristic sports car raining sparkles, and I went with Stylize 0. And I think it's good that they noted you're gonna get less pretty pictures. If I didn't know better, I'd still say these are great. I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with them unless you know the power of Midjourney and how much better they can get. Since the default's 100, we're gonna skip over it. Here's Stylize 200. Pretty much what you'd expect. Is a futuristic sports car, it's raining sparkles, theoretically. Now what I thought would happen is that when you go a little bit higher, 300 and above, you're gonna get pretty distinct images, or more so you'll see that the images stray from your prompt to a point where you don't even get a sports car at all. That is certainly not true with Stylize 300. I mean, they all look pretty great. I like the texture of the sparkles on the car. I don't think they're the most beautiful pictures in the world, but I like that texture it adds. And of course, the light reflections are just top notch. Here's Stylize 400. Look at the splash of sparkles over the car. That's so beautiful. Same here with them spraying off the tires. And check out the lights and the colors in number 4. That's crazy. Actually, number 2 looks like he's hydroplaning some sparkles. Here's 500, and maybe what you'll notice is a little more pizzazz or enthusiasm in the generations. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. It's certainly upping the style of the pictures, but it's not straying away from the prompt like I thought it would. Again, I think it's because they constrained the values that you can use. If somehow you were able to use 40,000 here, I don't think you'd get a car at all. So I gotta be honest, I don't know what the point of adding the style value is. Maybe you get a little more color, but if you can't stray too far from the prompt, I don't know why you would choose Stylize 500 versus Stylize 1000. As you'll see later, there's not that big of a difference. Here's Stylize 600, but if I told you this was 300, would you know the difference? Probably not. Here's 700, looks like 500 to me. Here's 800, I think you're starting to see my point. It does not drift away from the prompt whatsoever. I feel like you could just re-roll any style value and get a lot of similar pictures. Maybe it's just me. I do like number 1 though. It looks like a lot of sparkles here. Here's 900, pretty great pictures, but again, I'm not going to be redundant, you know what I mean. And here's Stylize 1000. I think they're amazing. I freaking love the light on the tires in number 1. I love the different colored lights in number 3. I love the composition in number 4. I don't know how much the Stylize parameter added to these pictures. You let me know what you think. We're going to try one other prompt. But I thought maybe because I made it a little specific, raining sparkles, maybe that constrained the prompt, so we're going to try another one. Here I went with the forgetful owl, Stylize 0. Pretty ugly pictures, not gonna lie, but I think that's expected with the Stylize 0. Let's jump to 200 here. I mean, I like number 3 a lot, but I think it's clear that the Stylize value is not going to affect the prompt in the way it used to It's much more subtle now. Maybe this is why they mentioned using the same seed. I'm gonna have to try that after. Here's Stylize 300. I'd say that this actually makes a bit of a difference. Like number 2, number 3 are quite different than the others. Here's 400, beautiful pictures for sure. 500, not noticeably different at all. 600, same thing. 700 are kind of different, but maybe this is just the seed that brought it outside. So in a second, we're going to be using the same seed to see. 800, 900. I do like his chest here. I don't know, it looks like it's got writing on it. And 1000. This is quite stylized, I think. Maybe 1,000's the way to do it. All right, take a look. We did a dragon, seed 787, and we're gonna start with Stylize 0. These are pretty good. These are kind of painterly, kind of reminiscent of version 3. I wouldn't call them ugly at all. Here is the default. Much more what you'd expect out of version 4. I think these are actually pretty beautiful. Like, number 4 is crazy. But now take a look at where they go from here. I was not expecting this at all. Here's Stylize 200. This is with the lock seed at 787. And like number 4 is different than the previous version. I kind of just like jumped over here to number 3, but it's not that different. And you're gonna notice that in the rest of these. Here's Stylize 300. It's the same picture. I cannot spot a difference. And look, we're not gonna go backwards. I'm just gonna move forward and you're gonna see there are no differences. Stylize 400. Same pictures. What's up with that? They said the details would be subtle and it would be hard to notice a difference unless you lock the seed. I locked the seed and now I can't tell the difference at all. 500, same thing. 600, even samer the thing. 700, super duper similar. Maybe is there a difference? You know, I'm not even gonna check. They're the same pictures. 800, same pictures. 900, still dough, same. And 1,000, no difference whatsoever. What is up with that? What's the point of using the stylized value if you can't tell the difference on the same seed? I don't even think you could tell the difference when you didn't use the same seed. What? Oof. I'm confused. What do you all think? There's one more thing I can show you, and because of all these similarities, I tried to throw some chaos into the mix, and it's just 2 quick examples, but I think this does the trick. Here's the futuristic sports car, raining sparkle, Stylize 500, chaos 50. And chaos is doing its job. You're going to get variety in your generations, a different image in each square, 4 distinct images. I think this did a really good job at what I was hoping the stylized value would do, and maybe just the stylized works differently now, but if you include chaos, you might get what you're looking for. And then here's the forgetful owl, Stylize 300, chaos 30, and these are hilarious. Lovely, distinct pictures. Number 4 is just so bad, it's funny. I like these a lot. And there you have it. There's the quick update from Midjourney. What do you all think? Is there something I'm missing with these stylized values? Why would you use one of these parameters over another? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I hope you're doing well. Take care, and I'll see you next time.